Now we are going to start with the dimension part. I will cover only dimensions, how to give the dimensions and how to edit the dimensions. Okay, that part only we will cover. Uh, others, other thing that annotation and all the parts about the text, leaders, tables, we'll see afterward. So how to give dimension? We are having this menu bar there. So we will see the dimension toolbar. So click on the dimension tool, okay, dimension menu, and you will get the drop down list of dimension options. So from the dimensions options, we have to select a dimension. Suppose there are many types of the dimensions: linear, align, arc length. You can give the dimension. You can have an ordinates, and you are having radius, jog, diameter, angular dimensions. There are two baseline and continue types of the dimension. You can specify the dimension space from the outline. You can have a multi-leader command. You can use leaders to define the particular number to the drawing or a particular number to the entity. There is tolerances to the manufacturer. You can give the tolerance to the manufacturer, and then you are having the center mark, inspection of that dimensions, oblique dimension you can use, jog to the linear dimension you can do. What is the jog? You have seen that in the graphs. You can directly jump to the another scale, like you cannot start from 0, but you can start from the 10, 20, like that. That is the jog. It is jog in the linear and jog in the circular dimension. Though two options are there. Then align text, oblique dimension is there, and then align text is there. You can use home method. You can give align text at angle, left, center, and right. These are the aligning methods for the dimension text. There is the dimension style option, which is used to edit the dimensions or edit the style of the dimension. So we'll see that afterward. First, we'll select the linear dimension. To give the straight line dimension, we use linear dimension. So select the linear. Then we have to select the first point of the line, then end point of that line. We have to drag out at the specific distance and left click. So we have given the dimension to the first edge of that rectangle. Now you can see there is small dimension. You can see text height is very small. So we have to change this text height. Before giving other dimension, we will change this. So we have to select the dimension again, and we have to select the dimension style option. Okay, then dimension style manager window will be open. To open this window, we are having shortcut, that is DS. Just we have to type the DS, and you will get the option dimension style. So select it and open it. Okay, so you will get the dimension style manager. Sorry, DST is the shortcut for it, and DS for drafting setting. You can type dim style. Dim style is the shortcut for it. So you have to use the dim style shortcut, press enter, then okay, dim style, and you will get the dimension style manager. And from it you have to select the standard option, or you can select the annotate also. So dimension will be annotate. For that you have to select the annotate option. So we are using standard dimension here. So I will select this standard, and I'll select the modify option to make the changes. in the settings. So there are modify dimension style standard dialog box, and we are having these tabs: lines, symbols, text, fit, primary units, alternative units, and tolerances. So there are some lines, the line types. You can select it by layer, because we are using the line properties with the layer. So you have to select this, all the properties of line using the layer. So I am going to change this setting as by layer, and you can set the baseline spacing, the spacing between line and this baseline. So there is one baseline spacing. So there is no need to change all the settings. You have to set the dimension lines as by layer, and extension line also by layer. So extension line is this one, this extended line, and dimension line is with the arrowhead. So next tab is symbols and arrowhead. So you have to select the arrowhead by using a close field. Okay, there are different types of the arrowhead. So we are using close field type, that is default. All the leader types arrowhead also be with close field, and second type of the arrowhead also close field. So we are using close field arrowhead. Now arrowhead size. Generally in the drawing we use arrowhead size 1:3. If length is 3, then arrowhead width should be 1. So 1:3 is the arrowhead size, but you can use a default arrowhead size in this uh, template. You can center mark, use a center mark. Then arc length symbol you can use from these three types. You can use none, or you can preceding dimension text also. You can use radius jog at 45 degrees, and break size you can use anything. So there is no need to change this text height and break size. You just use default text height. Then another tab we are having is text. So we are going to use text appearance as standard. The text color with the bilayer, and fill color none. Text height you should use default, because I am going to tell you the direct scale method. So keep this text height as default. You can increase it, but use the default style. So now text placement is there, vertically centered, horizontally centered, and view direction. It should be readable from left to right. This standard method we are going to use centered, and left to right reading method. And text alignment is there are types: horizontal, align with the dimension line, and ISO standard. You can use any option from this. I have kept as horizontal, which is by default reading method, left to right. So I have selected horizontal method. Then another option is fit. So this option we are going to use to scale the dimensions. So other options you have to keep default. Just you have to select this use overall scale option. Okay, it is annotative, or use overall scale method for the standards, and select this checkbox, draw dim line between extension line. So it will create dimension for dimension line for circular objects. Now we are going to increase the scale. So according to the length of the drawing, you have to use the scaling factor. I'm going to use the scaling factor for this drawing as 10. So it will be increased. The dimension arrowhead as well as dimension text, it will increase. So these settings we have to do in the fit. Now we are having primary units. So we have using the primary units, and the linear dimensions unit formats are in the decimal, and we are using the precision. So there is no decimal point, so we will use the 0, and we will minimize the space required for the text of the dimensions. So we have done this. In the primary units, we have just changed the precisions. There is no need to use the alternative units. Now we'll see the tolerances. So tolerance method, you have to select. If there are the tolerances, then you can use the tolerance method. If you are using the limit method, then you have to use the limit, upper limit and lower limit you have to specify. Symmetrical, then you can use the symmetrical method of the tolerance format. So I will use the limit method. Generally, limit method is there. So we uh, we will use the limit method, and we have to define the upper limit with 0.1 or 0.1 on lower side too. So you can use symmetric too here, because both methods both are having 1 1. Then to apply all the changes, you have to click on just OK, and to apply the changes, close this window. You can see your dimension style increase little bit. Again, we will increase the scaling factor from the feet to get a clear dimension. Select the feet and just increase this factor, suppose 20. Enter and close this. Okay, now it is clearly visible with the tolerance value also. We have selected precision at 0, so it is showing limits also in 0. So again, dimension style, modify, and set the primary unit precision to 0.0. Then it will show you the values in points. Okay, the 88.7 is the length, and limit upper and lower is 0.1. That is tolerance value. I will give another dimension to this rectangle. First point, last point, drag out and left click. You have to specify the position of that dimension line, and it will show the position. Okay, this is the length of this vertical size. Now I will give the dimension to circle by using radius. So I have selected the radius. I have to use the radius dimension, radius type of the dimension, and then select the circumference of the circle or circumference of the arc. Then you drag out and left click. Okay, position it at a proper size. Again, we can use the diameter also. So select the diameter and select this inner circle, drag out and left click. So we have created radius and diameter, both the dimensions, and this dimension are clearly visible. So it making with the tolerances, because we have given the tolerance value. If you want to remove the tolerances, then we have to select the dimension style, modify it, and just go to the tolerance and select the none in the tolerances. Apply the changes, OK, close. Okay, then tolerances will be removed. We have seen this both. We have another the why tolerances are used. Tolerances are the limits to the manufacturer. There may be error in the objects, so allowable limits given to the manufacturer. It is not possible to make an shaft of exact size. Suppose I have given the diameter of 22, I have to make a shaft of 22 diameter. Then it is not possible for the manufacturer. There may be a small error, so that allowable error to given to the manufacturer, that is the tolerance. Okay, that is in the manufacturing drawings. This tolerance limit values are getting covered. So now we have to give the angular dimension. So we are having angular dimension. Select angular. Select this first edge, second edge. Sorry, second edge. Drag in between and left click. So you will get the angle of these two between two edges. Now we are going to use type of the dimension, that is baseline and continue. There are two types. You can give the dimension from the reference of baseline, and you can create continue dimensions. Whenever you are having less space to give the dimension, you use the continue, and you want to give the dimension from the reference, then you have to use this baseline. So we'll see one by one. To use this both the type, you have to create one reference dimension by using linear. So I will create first dimension or reference dimension by using linear. Now I can create a dimension by using that two option like base and continue. So I will create with the baseline. So automatically it will start from the base reference, and I have to select the next points to create the dimension, then escape after completion. So you can create this dimension from the base reference line 30, 60 and 80. Okay, for another type I will create another one reference dimension with the linear. So create a linear dimension, drag out. Now I want this in continuous line, so I will use the dimension and I'll use the continue type. So it will create a continuous dimension in the line of previous one. So I have created this continue type 30, 30 and 20. Okay, so these are the types of dimension and how to edit the dimension style. Yeah, we have given the dimension to this and I have shown you how to modify it, how to set the fit scaling. Am I right? So I will stop recording and I will take the doubts from you.